Okay, this is Austin. I just showed you a video of how to take it apart. Now I'm going to show you a video of how to put it back together. So, first things first, you want to make sure your selecting gear and everything is put together properly. I showed you how in the last video. You want only the very last tooth on the big lever to go over the one on the little lever on the left. On the last tooth, one overlaps the other. You want the big one to overlap the little one, because that means it's in safe and it gives you better results. I have tried it in other ways and it always ends up messing it up and I have to take the whole gun apart again. So you want to take your back body, the back receiver, whatever you want to call it, and you want to start with the wires. I always want to slide the handle through first, but you gotta do wires first. Just a sec. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little hole in the end. Slide the wire through. You keep sliding it through. I like to get past my little knot, and then I can start with other stuff as it comes. Okay, so you want to slide the handle through first. After you get your wires done, you want to make sure that you don't get any caught in there. You don't want broken wires or other shit. Now, a lot of things, this is where a lot of the bad stuff happens with this. I gotta set it down, but this tends to pop off. I gotta set it down so I can fix it, because that's like the only problem I ever have putting it back together. Okay, so you want to just hold that with your thumb as tight as you can, and you want to easily, not hard, you want to easily slide the gearbox in. Now, you want to make sure you still have your wires good. Slide it in. Now, if you can, look from the top and see if that's right. If you have to, take the little button, pull up a little, make sure it's still good, slide it back down. Don't pull it up much because you don't want to mess it all up. Okay. So now that you got that down, you have two options. You can either put your handle on first, or you can put your selector switch on first. I like to do selector switch, that way I don't have to worry about the little lever, which just popped out again. God damn it. Got to put it all the way back in the safe, which it is. Okay. So I like to do that first, that way I don't have to mess it up. It should look something like this right now. Once you have it in, the wires hanging off, whatever, make sure you don't break. Make sure you have your wires down here. So I get my stuff set back in it. Okay, so you want to make sure everything's right, as I just showed you. Okay, to put it back in, you got this little piece. It might fall out. It is a washer and a spacer type thing. It's gray. Now you want to bring your lever with your screw. Bum ba bum. You want to put it in the safe position. Make sure it turns good. Before you tighten down the screw, just hold it on. Make sure it turns. You're going to want to put your screw in. Start it with your fingers. That's what I always do. You can see the little nub of the screw right there. Just take your handy dandy screwdriver. Screw it in. Make sure it's tight. Don't tighten it too tight, otherwise you won't have this. People complain about it doesn't click in. Listen. It clicks in the... That sounds like I said her. Clicks in the safe, but not right now because I don't have the little top piece in, so it goes above it. It will do that. Don't worry about it. So, auto, semi, clicks in nicely. I'm going to give it one little turn. It will come loose because the screw spins as the lever does if you look at it when you're working on yours. I don't really because I'm sick of picking up the gun. But I will, and you can't really see it, so no, I won't. Okay, so next thing, you want your little cap you want to pop it on there. God, 7 minutes already. Holy shit. You want to take your upper or forward, whatever. You want to slide it back on, put it at angle at first, and slide it on. I'm not going to show you because I don't really have time. You want to put your screws back in. They are the flat ones. They should be the only flat ones out of all of them. Okay. Make sure they're in. Okay, turn it. Okay, so now that you got that, you got your screws tightened, you got everything done. Should look like this. Should almost be completed. You want to do the handle. Slide the handle on it. Should fit. You may have to wiggle it a little. Get everything in right. It's a little short stubby screw that goes in there. Shouldn't have resistance. Should just go right in. If it's not, then you're gonna strip it if you keep screwing it, so screw it back out and then go back in. Yeah, I know you can't see it. Just don't tighten it too tight. Now I'm probably not gonna put the stock on because it's pretty easy to slide on with your wires. You're gonna want to put your little upper on. Don't forget the spring, which I just about did. Slide into a little gap on the side. There's just a little gap. It's only on one side, and so you shouldn't miss it. Shouldn't be too hard. Just open your eyes a little if you can't see it, and you should. Now the pole should go and recoil back. Needle nose pliers are a good thing. I'm just using my hand because short time. Okay. Now it just pushes. You can push the button, make sure it goes in. You want to put your little dummy battery in right here. If you can see that, you can see the little just dummy battery. You want to put your little cover on, make sure it fits. Okay, push it down, wobble it a little, make sure it doesn't come back up. And then this is all of it except for the stock. I guess I have time to put the stock on. Okay, don't forget to put your sight back on, make sure it's right side up. You do not want to lose it. It kind of sucks. It's not a huge help, but it still helps. Okay, so look at the top of this and side with one screws up, side with two screws is down. You want to put the wire on the bottom side of it because there is a screw separator thing, and you want it to be on the bottom of it towards the two screw side. It should just pop right in. Doesn't matter which screw goes in which hole. Should screw in nicely. Just make sure it's tight. I'm doing top screw first because it's easier, and this way I have the gun positioned. Okay, now the inside screw close to the handle, you're going to want to use a long screwdriver because it is a pain. It is magnetic and it will stick your screwdriver to it, which is kind of a good thing, that way you don't drop screws like I do. But okay, this is my video. I don't really have time to put 2 more screws in. Thanks for watching. Hope it helped you. See you later.